Man, that was amazing. The documentary about it was about the African American astronauts from, yeah, it was just amazing. It was really good. There was not many people. I was the only male there. Did you catch how I'm reluctant to call myself a man? It's kind of fucked, right? Anyways, I gotta take a piss. To my school that night, but they had Raising Cane's. It was let me talk about the documentary. It was amazing, man. It was actually really, really dope. So I think like in the early 60s and 70s, there was this gentleman. I know his name is Dwight. I don't know his last name. That could be his last name. I don't know his full name. I just so much on my mind while I'm watching this documentary. I was literally, it was like I was at home, but with a room full of strangers, you know, and they happened to be all women at that. And I don't think they're closed. I think the food area, unless they're open. I'm pretty fucking hungry. I could have got some free dinner right now. Oh, there's people in there. I just don't know if they're making food. But I go hold off anyway. I just go home, take the bus right now. And I think night school is more, especially right now, since school's not so populated. And there's like this idea about school being a waste of time. So the rain's really coming down. But I gotta take a piss. But his name is Dwight, and he was attempting to be, it's a sculpting class in there. Very bright. It's actually really cool. But he was attempting to be an astronaut. You know, he was a pilot. I think he was part of the Air Force. And he decided to join the space program. So he had all the, you know, the knowledge to. Is somebody in here? So he had all the requirements and the qualifications to, you know, be part of the space program. And actually when Kennedy, I'm gonna take a piss, guys. You guys will be like, this fool's a fucking weirdo. I was holding it like halfway through the movie. It's close to 7 o'clock. I gotta catch my bus a little after 7. Oh, excuse me, guys, sorry. I don't know, it's kind of funny, part of the video, but. So I passed some gas right now. I've flatulated or something. But anyway, so when Kennedy was about to become president, there was this, I don't know if he was an engineer, he was a scientist, he might have even been part of the military. But he was pushing for there to be more black engineers, and he built this program like to encourage students to join engineering, join this, you know, physics and math and science, and just this is something new, you know. In the 40s, the civil rights movement was in the 60s, so racism was very prevalent at this time still. So this one man, Dwight, he was going through the whole space program, and there was a day where they were gonna pick like 30 astronauts, and they didn't even pick them. And then sure enough, fucking Kennedy gets shot. Kennedy ends up dying. And so he never got to go to space. He never got to go to space, man. It's fucked, but they're still kind of giving him recognition. And then many years later, now they give him a title, calling him a pioneer for the black astronaut, like the first person, you know? And it's kind of sad, but it's amazing because that guy Dwight, he ends up becoming a sculptor. And he makes amazing like sculptures of like black history or just black people in general. Like these amazing sculptures. And I mean, this guy makes like, you know, he's done some phenomenal things. Like he has like some of his work is, he's made big monuments, like life-size humans. He's doing amazing shit. And I think my phone is like an ad or something. Oh no, it's the rain gutter. So yeah, he's done amazing shit, and to go from hoping to be an astronaut to being this like amazing sculptor, you know. It's like to be the first black astronaut. I call him an astronaut. He didn't get to go to space, but like this shit makes me want to learn how to, like, if I ever became successful at something that I enjoy doing, I definitely want to learn how to fly it, you know? Little planes. Nothing major. I don't think I'll be flying no jets or nothing, but because if you're going to be an astronaut, usually if you're a pilot, I mean, they're not all pilots. Some of them just know how to work on things, or like engineers. But if you're a pilot, which would Dwight, I think I don't know if it's Ed Dwight. Could it be Ed Dwight maybe? But yeah, a lot of these guys, they fly jets. Like they're part of the Air Force, you know. And actually, the Challenger, Joe Rogan talked about this recently with that female comedian about the Challenger blowing up. It was a space shuttle that actually exploded on takeoff, or like when it was up in the, like, you know, in the sky already. And this black astronaut, one of them, dude, this dude was an amazing human, man. He flew like fighter jets, like they were fucking. He was hopping in his car, like, you know, imagine knowing how to fly a jet. You could get from here to there like nothing. He was a fighter jet. He was like a 5-degree fucking black belt. He played the saxophone. They had like little clips of him on stage. He was an intellectual. He went to MIT, which was one of the best schools for physics and math and science in America. That dude was a phenomenal human, man. I was like, man, who raised him? You know, like, dude was a phenomenal, not just because he was black, like, dude, everything he was doing. Such an artist. Like, that's like Steve Jobs bringing humanities together with fucking science and engineering and technology. And he ended up dying with 3 women. There was 3 other women. There was a Jewish man, an Asian man, a Caucasian man, a black man, and 3 women. And you know, yeah, fucking space is amazing. So that was dope. But let me talk about what happened. So I walk in, there's only like 2 people, and nobody really showed up. And then a couple other females showed up, but maybe they were like part of faculty, you know, maybe they were looking forward to it, or they were just part of the coordination. There was one other lady that showed up, and you could tell the way they greeted her. She didn't really know everybody. So I think it was just like me and her that didn't really know anybody. I met a counselor. There was another lady. She was like an assistant, I guess. And then some other lady. These positions are different. You know, they're different positions. Like, oh, she's like the head of helping people of all the... I think some of these people were probably important, but there wasn't like too many important people. It was low-key like just watching Netflix on a projector in a classroom. But I sat in the back, and there's people who are fucking practicing in the rain right here. Oh, that's fucking hardcore. I think it might be the boys. The girls actually practice early morning soccer. I think that's probably the men's soccer team. I say boys because they're young, probably. So, but yeah, men's soccer team, and I've been there all fucking day. But I dipped out anyway. So I got the flyer. I got the flyer last week, actually. I thought it was actually last Wednesday, because I was actually at the school, but it ended up being this Wednesday, and I could make it because it's my day off today. And but they had a flyer, like the first 25 people who, and that's actually a lot of fucking people to be buying food for. 25 motherfuckers you're trying to feed. But it might be part of like a stipend, you know. I just thought that was cool. I just thought that it might not be. It might be straight out of their pockets, and I just think that was pretty dope, you know, for them to do, for the students, you know. Like last week, there was a free concert on Thursday. I had work. I would have went for sure. And so I'm part of the RISE program. They don't even really check, you know. I never even went to did a lot of jail time, but I have been to jail. And it's a program, like they give me 3 things every day, like 3 snacks, or if I need a notebook, but tomorrow they're having like some sort of event for people in the RISE program. I have work, so I might slide through and just maybe get like some snacks or something, because I have class and if I just want to wait around. But I didn't go running today, and today's the 15th, but I did make my 50 miles for half the month so far. And I want to talk, but I don't want to freak that girl out. So I did make my fucking 50, and then plus it's muddy right there. Usually I'll stand right here, but it's muddy. But so I made my 50 miles but today's the 15th. But I might go do shadow boxing right now and maybe run like 5 miles. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If my folks aren't there, I'll definitely be able to like do my shadow boxing in the patio. But you know, when it rains, people don't really want to go out, but it's already been a 10-minute, 11-minute video. So anyway, like on the flyer, it said we could get free Raising Cane's for the first 25 people. There was literally probably like maybe a little over 10 people. And so as I was sitting there watching it, with all this fucked up shit in my brain, you know, that like I'm just always constantly deflecting negativity in my mind. I just wonder how common it is. I'm sure there's a lot more healthier people than me, but I don't know, you just be surprised. There's probably other people struggling like you know? There's so much shit that I'm fucking constantly trying to like, that I'm just afraid people are like watching me and being nosy and trying to figure me out. Like, there might be people like that. But anyway, the nice lady, she came up to me. She's like, here you go. But I already had told myself, like, don't take it. I don't want them to think I'm only here for the food, or I just cared too much what people think about me. But all the other ladies didn't give a fuck. Everybody was eating. I could smell it, but I said, no, that's cool. I'm not gonna die or nothing. I am hungry, but I'm not starving. But I am hungry though. Like, I had that feeling in my stomach. But it was a good documentary, man. It's amazing when you're hungry how much you can smell the food. That was like even comforting me, just the smell of food. Like, I wasn't like, I'm gonna steal your food. It just, the smell of the food was sufficient, you could say. Anyway, so I'm glad I went, but I was thinking how lonely I am. But anyway, my bus is gonna come right now. Still thinking about like my essay. I have an essay coming up, and I don't know, I don't even really fucking, I don't know, I just gotta do my math homework when I can. And I want my daughter to come, but I want to make sure I focus on my essay. But I haven't even seen her, actually. I haven't even talked to my sisters. Like you think they would like text me, you know? You think they would think about it, like, hey, let me text the dad. I'm pretty sure he fucking, like, you know, they're still hanging on. Like, this is the perfect time to say this, but you know, if you're a fucking parent, I don't give a fuck how old. I don't give a fuck if you're 80 years old and your kid's 60 and gets drunk and does stupid shit, and you come home and he has his pants down to his fucking ankles, or he fucking does some stupid shit, you find him drunk, or he's belligerent, and the next morning you wake up, and he doesn't do this shit all the time, right? Or he or she, they don't do this all the time, but they have a relapse. Let's say you have your family relapses, and they act up, or they steal like $20 from you because they relapse, right? They stole $20 to get something to eat. And then it's been a fucking like a month already. You're gonna hold it against them? Shame on you. You're a bad person. You're being disingenuine. You're not a genuine person. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and see what kind of person you are. You don't even like lend your son a hand, or your daughter a hand, or even just a friend or a fucking sibling. You don't give them a hand and be like, hey, it's all good, you know? These people must have never felt what you feel. They must have never dealt with shame before. They must have never, ever experienced something you felt. I read something in my psychology book today about wisdom. They even mentioned wisdom in late adulthood. Like if it's an actual thing, like if it's an actual science. They said wisdom, it doesn't even have to do anything with age. They said even understanding the numbers and the statistics of the lack of wisdom in late adulthood only proves that age, it doesn't matter. That's life experience. It could even be having mentors in your life. It's almost crazy how You cannot lend your loved one a hand, knowing that people make mistakes. These people that they're disingenuine. They're totally disingenuine. They think that they never been through anything. This life is twisted, man. You think my family would like reach out to me and be like, hey, like, even tell me like you don't care about your daughter, but to have the nerve to tell me when, like, it's so crazy. It's so, you have the, whenever it comes up, then you want to tell, you want to put it like, try to bring my dirt up. But I don't want to use a phony word. I don't want to use it. You're so disingenuine. You look in the mirror and check your heart. You really need to, man, because it's crazy. Don't do that to your family, man. Put your hand down and tell them it's okay. You made a mistake. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Come along. Instead, you don't talk to them. I get it. It's a stepdad. It's a stepmom. You can kind of understand their behavior. You can understand. They don't like you. They don't like the person you are. They judge you. People are so disingenuine, man. It's crazy. I like saying I'd rather say disingenuine than phony. Like, it even sounds like, if I'm saying it with the same, I'm realizing enough, I'm saying it with the same emotion, it's even better. Like, disingenuine. You're so disingenuine, man. People are so disingenuine, dude. It's really hard to believe. It's because they never really done shame things, I guess. Either that or they forget. Either that or they're just full of hypocrisy. It's sad, man. It's fucking insane. It's insane. I love my kid. She comes over, we'll figure it out. But like I said, I don't see her a lot, so when she comes over, I don't want to do homework. I want to, like, I don't know, maybe do something with her. But it's sad, man. If you have a brother or sister or a friend, even your loved one, if they made a mistake and you know, like, they don't ever, like, you know, they got issues, but they were holding on for a long time without making a mistake, and they make a mistake, just check up on them. Know that they're going through shame, man. Give them a hand. Let them know, hey, man, we all fuck up. Come on, let's go get something to eat. Come on. And if that's your kid, man, shame on you people, man. Shame on you. Look in the mirror and check your heart, man. Check your heart.